Oh, come on. Let's go. There it is. Let's go. Finally, we're live again. Yay! For some reason, my phone had zero connection going all the way back there tonight. It's okay, babies. Let's go. You're okay. Everybody needs to be nice now. Okay, so, of course, I knew exactly where they were. They were going to be down by the pond, right? Didn't expect them to stay out this late, but of course they did. And then, I wrote a title, starts raining, where are the geese? Go find them with me, right? So start walking, not thinking anything of it. And of course, my Wi-Fi from my phone was off for some reason. So when I turned it on, for some reason, my phone could not find a connection. So it completely kicked me off the live when, you know, I should have been on live. And yeah, I wasn't able to record myself walking back there. And basically, what ended up happening was I go back there. There you go, Pitbird. See? Getting back home. Last squirt. So basically, I get back there. Sorry, guys. Clean this up. Basically, I get back there, and I'm missing a goose. I'm missing two geese. Two Canada geese. So I start calling with my camera. The light is on, of course, which I could have just recorded regular recording. I don't know why I didn't think of that. But one of the geese came and crossed the pond. So they were on the other side of the pond. Somehow they had gotten separated. So two of my geese were separated from the gaggle. So one goose came across the pond, but the other one was still missing. I believe that she was working on walking around the pond. Found them, and they were stubborn. Of course, Squirt's gonna be excited they're back. But so one of them came across the pond, but the other one wasn't there, and she was working on walking around the pond. So come on, let's go. There she is. There's Squirt. Yay! And finally found him. And of course, they're gonna go get in a pool because they haven't just been hanging out next to the pond all day. Anyways, so I just got to in the rain at night by myself, walk all the way back there to go find these little boogers. And then once I found them, they decided to be stubborn. Hi, babies. Yes, and they were scared of my makeshift rain hat, so I had to leave it behind. Yes, I left my hat behind. I left my hat behind. So you guys would stop being goofy. Yeah. So you guys would stop being goofy. I left my hat behind. Babies. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, don't be mean to Squirt. She's been waiting for you guys all day. Anyway, so now that we finally have made it back. Hi. How you doing, NK? These little boogers just threw a fit, not wanting to come back home. Hanging out all the way back to the pond, not even in the water, just next to the water, and they've managed to get separated from each other. So they were actually at risk, even more so than just being in a gaggle, as in being all together. Because, yes, not too long ago, we've had a bobcat sighting in this neighborhood. So, not the best idea for them to be separated and apart. Hey, be nice. Why are you being such a bully tonight, Peach? Hey, Dino. Oh, everybody's taking baths now because you guys weren't hanging out at a massive pond this whole time. Goofies. They won't get into the pond water because, they can't see their feet when they get in pond water. So, but yeah, so I did eventually find Blue. She was walking around the pond to get back to her gaggle. But still, of course, I had to go all the way to the very, very back because I had to walk around the pond to go look for my goose that was missing. But of course, I'm not going to leave any of them behind, obviously. Yes, Pibbert. You guys, we're supposed to come home before it got dark, pretty bird. You know, when the street lights come on, that's when you're supposed to be home. You're supposed to be home when the street lights come on. Remember? Remember? Yes, you're supposed to be home when the street lights come on. Can you not do that again, please? I don't like that. I don't like that. Yes, you too, Dino. You know better. You know better. Yes, you know better, Dino. Melody would have been heartbroken if something happened to you. Me too, obviously, but little doofies. Goofy little butts. Hi, BBs. And why were you acting all scared of me? Just because I was wearing a white hat? Just because I had a bag on my head? My goodness. Hi, BBs. Hi, BBs. Yes, it's Mama, you goofball. It's Mama, you goofball. You want now? You want num nums, huh? Now you want a reward for being out there all day, huh? Yeah, I know. I know. Piggard, you gotta bring them back before it gets dark, dude. You guys have to come back before it gets dark. That's the rule. When the street lights come on, you guys are supposed to be home. Okay? You guys hear me? In the future, the street lights come on, you get your ass home. Buttheads. Got Mama all worried, going all the way back there, having to walk multiple acres just to find you guys. Huh? Squirt, are you happy they're back? I know, I'm a little butthurt too that they disappeared for so long. Hi, Layla. Hey, Layla. Butts. Got me all worried. Oh, now you want to follow. Now you want to follow. Look at you. Oh, my goodness. Suddenly we want to follow. Let me guess why. I wonder. I wonder why they'd want to follow me now that we're over by the porch where they know I have a bucket of food. Look at them. Look at little buttheads. Oh, really? You guys want num-nums? Now we want num-nums? After all that stubbornness? Yeah? Oh, why aren't I surprised? Hey, Simba. Yeah, you did a good job hanging out with Mama while I had to walk back there. Yes, you did. Hey. You guys stole the other kitty's food. I have to get more later. Fine. Come here. Come on. There you go. Where's the butts? Pretty bird. Yeah, Dino. I won't forget about you. Yeah, Dino. What are you turning your back to me for? Excuse you, ma'am. Well, sir, what are you thinking? Hello? Excuse you. You okay? Why are you fanning your feathers out? What's up? You okay? You okay? What's going on? You good? You good? You trying to show me something or you good? Or you just grooming and being a butt? Hmm? Let me see. Everything look good? Yes, you look good, pretty bird. See anything wrong? Here, want some? Here you go, little butt. Num 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 num. Num 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 num. Yes, pretty bird. It has some too. Yes, pretty bird. It's gonna be bedtime now. You guys need to be home at night. Yes, I shouldn't have to go look for you, pretty bird. This is not okay. Don't do that anymore, okay? You are literally the leader of this gaggle. Okay? You have no excuses. No, you have no excuses. No, you have no excuses. You are the leader of this gaggle. And you are the oldest. You are responsible for this whole gaggle. And when mama says it's bedtime and you guys are supposed to be home at a certain time before it gets dark, you guys need to be home. Not out there gallivanting, doing God knows what out there. When you know I've told you that there's bobcats out there. And yes, the geese are getting a lecture. Because this is not okay. Not okay at all. Hey, Squirt. At least you behaved and stayed home. Here, Squirt. Here. She's been home eating all day, so she didn't go with them. They left her behind. Hmm. She'd been hanging out over here, just waiting for them to come back, and they didn't bother coming back all day. Uh-huh. All day. Yes, Mama's upset because you didn't listen. Come on, Dino. Come on, Dino. You want some more, pretty bird? Yes, Mama's not gonna let you starve. Mama's gonna make sure you got your num nums. Let's go make sure you got your num nums. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Alrighty, guys. So, as it's kind of, went from being pretty darn warm to being pretty darn cold tonight, literally within a day, we've had more than 20-degree temperature drop. You know. Mm-mm-mm. I'm going to go ahead and mention something I mention quite often, which is Layla. Num nums, Layla. 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 Which is that please do not feed geese bread. Okay? Ducks either. Do not feed ducks and geese bread. Bread is bad for them. Okay? It's really, really, really bad for them. If you've done it in the past, just change it now, please. Do not feed them bread. You can look this up. You don't have to take my word for it. You can literally Google it. If bread is good for waterfowl, if bread is good for geese, is bread okay to feed the ducks, whatever, you're going to find that every organization, that the government, and many, many other people will tell you that based on actual evidence, bread is bad for these birds. Okay, here you go, Charlie. Hey, girl, how you doing, mamas? I know. The other geese always make you go away. Here, Charlie, come on, eat some more. You don't want any more? No. Okay. How about you? You want some? Here you go, buddy. Mm-mm. You can, for literally about $10 to $15, you can get a 40 to 50 pound bag of either cracked corn or chicken scratch, which scratch is basically just a bunch of different kinds of seeds. Now, this right here is mixed together with a flock feed, like with a waterfowl flock feed. But all the grains that you see in there is from the scratch. And now I do buy one that's a little more expensive, but you can literally buy just a bag of just cracked corn or regular just corn, like dried corn, a big bag at a feed store for $10 to $15. You can get a big old bag. It'll last you all winter, and it will provide these birds with very, very good nutrition. That's the kind of food that these birds need. They don't have access to greens. That's another thing that you can help them with. If you want to feed your local birds, geese, for an example, they are herbivores. They eat grass. Like their main diet is greens. So in the wintertime, when it's cold out and it's snow and ice and all the green is dead and there is no greens, guess what? They're going to love it if you show up out there with like a bushel of kale, Kale. If you show up with a cucumber, if you show up with some broccoli, if you show up with some mustard greens or some collard greens, um, chances are they're going to be very happy with that. It's going to be good for them. It's going to be nutrient for them. If you've got some veggies that maybe don't look perfect anymore and you don't want to eat them, guess what? Bring them out to the birds. They'll love it. Just like people with their backyard flocks will feed their chickens their leftovers, um, ducks can eat a lot of the same things that chickens can eat. Their diets are very similar. Um, Now, geese are actually very different from ducks. Like I said, they mostly live off of greens, whereas ducks will, they're more like omnivores rather than herbivores. Like geese are majority herbivore, whereas ducks are majority, pretty sure omnivore, just like chickens are. They do a lot of bugs and, anything that they can pretty much get to, they forage for anything they can eat. Um, but in the wintertime is where these birds struggle the most. And the best thing that you can really give these animals is going to be scratch grains or cracked corn or corn from a feed store, and stay away um, from bread just altogether. It doesn't matter if it's whole grain bread, okay? Just stay away from it. Bread is not good for them. Their body temperature is significantly higher than ours. Their body temperature usually is about 102 plus. That's their natural, normal body temperature. And they have a different kind of digestive system from us. They actually save food in a kind of like a bag area inside of their body that's called a crop, which is right in the front. So like when the birds have been eating a lot, you kind of notice that right here in the front in this area, this will kind of lump up a lot more. Okay, it's because it's full of food and it's actually not their stomach, it's their crop. From the crop, the food is then transferred into their stomach and or digestive system. And so the crop is almost kind of like um, almost like a pantry in a way, like a place where it's kept until it gets digested. And while the food is in the crop, um, depending on how quickly it's being digested, there's a good chance that old bread or bread in general can actually go moldy or cause funguses to start growing in their crop, giving them sicknesses. Like, for an example, one of them, a really bad one, is called aspergillosis, which is very difficult to cure, nearly impossible to save an animal from. It's a horrible, horrible thing for them to struggle with, and it could kill them. It will kill them usually. It's basically a fungal infection of the upper respiratory and the crop area, and yeah, it's a really, really bad thing. And a lot of our birds in the wild actually struggle with things like that, and malnutrition because they get too much bread, because there's no nutritional value in the bread either. And then a lot of the bread is often thrown in the water. Not all the bread is eaten by the fish or by the ducks and geese, which then results in the bread just kind of molding and laying there on the grass, on the ground, in the water, wherever it was thrown, where then again it will start catching mold. And then later on, some hungry gosling or some hungry duckling or some hungry goose or duck or fish or whatever will eat it. and it will cause them to get sick. Again, another version of this is that the bread starts molding. Think about it. If you got a little pond, kind of like what I got in my backyard, and you got it in town, think about how many hundreds, if not thousands of people are stopping by there every day with their old bread, with their old dry, or the bread that kind of got moldy or whatever, and they decide to throw it in the water. What it does to the bacteria levels in the water, it really messes with how healthy or how unhealthy the water content is, like how bad the bacteria levels are in the water. So bread altogether is a bad idea for the birds. Don't feed it to them. You can actually see a lot of birds that have had the consequences from being fed bread. There's something called angel wing. Okay. Angel wing is when the inner part of the wing basically has become twisted outward and sticks out permanently. So the top part, one you're seeing right now, is going to be normal, right? But the inside part, the long part, past his shoulder, right? That bone will twist, and this usually happens while they're goslings. There can be a genetic component to this, but there's also believed to be a malnutrition component to this. So there's a combination, meaning that they're growing quickly, growing these really heavy feathers, but their body does not have the strength, the muscle tissue, and the strength in their ligaments and tendons to be able to hold the feathers in the right position. So what happens is that the weight of those new feathers starts twisting that bone inside out, and they end up with deformed wings, which we see as angel wings, where their feathers literally, none of my birds have angel wing, um, but their feathers will literally stick out down there, almost like, look, like just, I don't know how else to say it, like basically like angel wings. Like they've got just a few feathers sticking out underneath their wing on both sides, and almost be like a finger hand, the size of a hand, sticking out underneath their wing. And it's an important thing for them. It's a not important, like it's a major consequence for them, because when they have angel wing, usually 99% of the time they end up not being capable of flight. And when they can't fly, they can't go anywhere with their flock, with their gaggle, which results in them being left behind when they go off to go migrate. And if that happens, they end up left behind in an area where usually there isn't enough food, or there isn't any protection from, being in a group with a flock. There's also the emotional component to this. And yes, this part actually really matters for geese. Geese are very emotional, very much attached to their flocks, very much attached to their gaggles. And they mate for life. They're very, very close emotionally with their flock, with their gaggle, with their mate, with their babies, with their flock mates. And when they are separated, it is an emotional just hell for them to be separated from their family, and they can become severely depressed. And just there's many, many negative consequences for them to not be able to leave with their gaggle. So, and a gaggle is what a goose flock is called. So instead of a flock, a group of geese is called a gaggle when they're on the ground. When they're in the sky, they're technically called skein or skying, depending on where you're from. People pronounce it differently, I guess, but I call it skein. Uh, but I generally will call them a gaggle of geese rather than a flock, but I often use the term flock because that's the term most people are familiar with, which is why you hear me using both a lot of times. Right, Layla? Hi, Layla. Hi, Layla. Hi, Layla. Layla. Layla Gold. Hi, Layla. Hi, Layla. Hi, Layla. Hi, Layla. What pretty bird? Hi, pretty bird. Hi, pretty bird. Hi, Layla. Layla. Y'all, I think Pretty Bird is excited for mating season. I think he's gearing up already. It's like, all right, ladies, let me know when you're ready. Anyways, so that's gonna be it on my letting you guys know some things about what you can do for your local gaggles, for your local flocks of geese and ducks and other wild birds that you may have in your area. Keep in mind, bread bad. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your kids, bread is bad. Also, another big misconception, another old wives' tale, is that once you've touched an animal, a baby animal, that their parents will no longer accept it back. That is not true. Okay, birds barely have a sense of smell when it comes to like recognizing their loved ones based on scent. Birds don't do that. Even the animals that do, like deer and such, are not going to reject their young because a human touched it. Um, if your kid ran up to a deer while you were out walking or maybe hiking, a baby deer, and found it and touched it and petted it and went, "Oh my God, mommy, look what I found." And you go, "Oh my goodness, now we have to take it with because mom won't take care of it." It's not true. Mom will take care of it. It's okay. Just walk away, leave it be. Um, Everything's going to be fine. Okay. It's not the end of the world. Same thing with a baby bird. If it falls out of the nest, just because you touch it doesn't mean that it won't, that it will be rejected. It will not be rejected due to human smell. If a baby falls out of its nest, the best thing for it to do actually is to place it back in its nest. And if you're not able to do that, is to contact a wildlife rehabber. Same thing with any other animal, is to try to reunite the baby with its parents if they're not injured badly or anything like that, is to try to reunite them with their parents. If that's not possible, contact a wildlife rehabber. If you can't find any information for a wildlife rehabber in your area, contact Fish and Games to find your local warden online. You can usually Google warden near me, Fish and Games near me, wildlife rehabber near me, and usually you'll have numbers popping up on the government Fish and Games website or other secondary websites or state websites that will have information that they will share with you. So make sure you reach out to them if you ever find a youngster that needs help or another animal that needs help, because those people are specially trained on how to interact with these animals, especially when they're young. It's so important to follow certain techniques and certain strategies to ensure that the animals do not become too domesticated so that they're still able to be released back into the wild. Okay. If we interact with them in certain ways, um, there's a chance that they can still be released back into the wild successfully and be able to survive in the wild successfully. Whereas when they're too domesticated, they become too dependent on humans. And when they become too dependent on humans, which is very likely when you have a young animal, a very young animal, or a baby animal, in those cases, you will generally end up having an animal that cannot be released. And if it is released, it will often suffer to death, as in starve to death or freeze to death, be eaten by a predator very quickly, other things like that. Um, our wildlife rehabbers have strategies and techniques on how they make sure that these animals are messed. Get in there. Oh no, wait, never mind. Wait. So I need to transport some of these bricks over there. First, I need to run to the restroom real quick. I'm going to set you guys down for a second. Then I'm going to let you guys do some chores with me for a minute here. I'll do chores for about 15 minutes. Then I'll lock the birds up. See if I can't get some prep work done while it's not hot out. Alrighty. I will be right back in 2 minutes. Alrighty, guys, you're unmuted. Now y'all can go do some freaking chores with me. Yay, chores. So, while the geese hang out over here, and thank the Lord, they don't generally walk back to the pond at night. Otherwise, I'd have to worry about that. But they usually go out in the morning, like afternoon or so. Sometimes even in the morning. Some days they just hang out over here all day long. They don't even go back there. But then there's some days where they walk back there and they stay out there all day long. Now today, because it's raining, I don't want to put them under the trampoline because, well, obvious reasons. They're not going to have any cover from the rain and stuff. And even though they're geese and they technically would still sleep outside if I left them out, um, I'd rather not. I like to give them somewhere, somewhere where they're protected from the elements. And I'm not sure how much more the temperatures are going to be dropping tonight. And because of that, I want to give them a warm place to be. So, but because it's been raining all day, the bottom of the coop will have gotten somewhat flooded, which means I got to put on some gloves, which I'm working on right now. Excuse me, sorry. Get my gloves on. And then I need to walk over here. Get this thing pulled out more. Hi, Bubba's. How we doing in here? Oh, let's see. We broke another egg, did we? Uh-huh. Alright. Oh, man. I finally got the bricks to be able to turn this into, to turn the coop, have the coop have a floor. So it's not so muddy anymore in here. Y'all keep in mind, we moved here not that long ago, so I'm still working on all this stuff. I also had a major health scare when we first got here. Kind of feel like it was because we've gotten away from that place where there was a lot of things that were not okay. And all the stress of that place finally had gotten to me once I no longer had to worry about it. Hey, beautiful. Isn't she gorgeous? She's just the cutest chicken, isn't she? Hi. And then spicy. The spicy face. All right. We got an egg in here. Girls, y'all have a broken egg on the floor. You gonna eat it or? All right. Let's see. So, what I need to do is these are what I'm going to use to create a floor for my geese. I need my dolly. This is over here. Here. Take that back. Here. Now, I'm not going to do everything that I need to do. I'm going to have a full-on flooring. I'm going to do what I need for tonight so they can be comfortable tonight. See, I use this for tonight. Listen here. So if it rains more tonight, which it probably will since it's still been raining, Haven't even looked at the weather map yet, which I need to here in a minute. But if it rains a bunch more tonight, I won't have to worry about the geese sitting on mud all night. They'll have something to stand and sit on to be comfortable and to not, you know, be standing in the wet. Even though if they were outside, like they want to be most likely, it would be in the wet. But can't help it. They're my babies. I spoil them as much as I can. So I do what I can to make them as comfortable. That hi, little random little roly poly thing. Little water spray down real quick. Yeah. And then what we're gonna do tomorrow is we're gonna use these lids, right? We're gonna put the lid on here. Maybe even use that wooden piece tomorrow. Maybe that would be smarter. But to put on here to load these on there so I can put them in there. For tonight, we'll use this as one of the bases for the birds that have something to stand on, so they're not only on mud, and their little feet can't get irritated from being on a bunch of mud all night. Yep. So that's the plan for tonight. But there's gonna be more comfortable tonight. I'm not gonna move this tonight actually, simply because I think it'll take too long. It's already 8 o'clock. I gotta still take care of several things. That things are already flooding. Stuff's getting washed out from under the porch. Okay. So I've got another one here. Taking it over. And then y'all can watch me try and get these boogers to go to bed. Lord knows they like to go a bit about that too. Most of the time. This is not going to be perfect. It's literally just supposed to be something for them to not be, only on mud. There's still going to be areas where they're going to be on mud, but they're not going to be completely just on mud with their feet. It's going to soak all night. If it starts raining again, they're not going to be stuck with a whole crap ton of mud on their feet all night. But instead, they'll have areas to stand on. Might even still move a couple of bricks in there and see about creating some areas where there's a little bit of elevation. We'll see about that in a minute. Turn this water on. All right. Here's a mess. Keep the old feed. I forgot. Yep. The water hose is turning on, buddy. Okay. So, Bert, leave it alone. Come on. Let me take care of this. Thank you. Goofy. Always ready to defend his flock. We'll be spraying this down. Way over it once real quick. I'm going to increase the pressure to get it properly sprayed off. It's mostly clean. clean in the sense of clean, but you know. So, no pressure. Get the nasties off of it. It's only gonna take me a minute. It's gonna give the geese some more areas to stand on that's not mud. You know, funny thing is I just got those bricks yesterday and I was gonna use them today and set them up in a coop. But then it was raining all day today. So, and I didn't even think about the fact that I should have just put it with the rain earlier, especially when it was lighter, and just put them in a coop and just set it up. Although I was thinking, oh, I'll do it when the rain is done, like when the rain lets up. But then it didn't let up all day. So now I gotta do this at night in the rain and improvise because I procrastinated. Lose it off. Run. With a personal vendetta against you. There you go. There you go. Go. What? Hi, babies. Mama, go finish your coop, and then it's gonna be bedtime. Stuck on the floor. Nice. My glove box on. And then we move these guys so we can go use them in the coop. Pieces of wood, the coop. 6 eggs today. The chickens. I'll take them open. Well, happens. Corners where the water. Um, um, let's see. I need to go get the bucket and the feed bucket so I can put food and water in there for them. Yes, I give my birds food and water at night because I'm still trying to train them to always return here in the evenings. Right, Bert? Yeah, good talk. Anyway, this is what I spend the nights when it's not raining all night, when the weather is not bad. But since the weather is bad tonight, it is raining all night. I am not going to have them spending the night in here tonight, but instead they're going to be in the chicken coop tonight. I am working on getting them their own coop set up so they have their own area to go to bed in rather than the chicken coop, because even though it is big enough to fit them all, it's still not very spacious and I don't like that. So I prefer them to have much more space than that. And there is another building here um, behind our big shed that has, which by the way, I don't have access to the large shed, just a side note here. So for anybody that's like, oh, why didn't you just let the geese use the big shed? I can't. Okay, I would. If it was mine, I would. But I rent this property. I don't own this property. There's certain, what is this? Okay, whatever that is, I just found it. Get rid of that. Anyways, I don't own this property. I rent this property. Therefore, there are certain things I don't get to use on this property, which is completely justified because it's not mine. And there are certain things that the owner wants to use because it's theirs. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah. All right. Let's see. So this one right here is the one we use in the shed when they stay in the shed. It's a deeper one, and it gives them access to water deep enough to where they can get their whole head underwater. Oh man, that's what happens when it rains out here. The camera switches around whenever it wants to. So, yeah, I need to fix that. And then I'm gonna have to take my glove off so I can switch this around. Yep, this is me right now. Just tired and wearing a trash bag. Working in the rain. Oh, come on. Here we go. Trying to fix it, guys. There it is. And there's a flash. We're back. All right, let's just put this glove in my pocket. Might as well, since I'm just gonna be working here. I'm not moving rocks. I'll wear one glove and one glove. Hey, babies. Hey, Dino. Clean everything out. We do this every day. You gotta keep everything clean every day. One of the ways that keep your birds from getting sick. They clean everything every day to make sure they don't have old feed, they don't have old water, that everything is nice and clean for them. Mm. It also keeps critters you don't want from living there. Something we definitely don't want. Critters are welcome. Hi, babies. Hi, Dino. Hi, Ducky. Mm-mm-mm.
Hi, babies. You having fun, babies? Huh? You having fun with all that rain? This is sports water. This is what we call it because it's low. And just another water source. Make sure there's more than one water source. Make sure that everyone has access to water anytime they need it, no matter what their hierarchy is within the pecking order. Lady Bird, can you not attack the hose right now, please? Thank you. Yes, you win. Good job. The hose is dead. You did it. Did it. You're so tough. Go tell Layla about it and Charlie. You did so good. So tough. Rinse it all off. Excuse me, Bird. Excuse me. Thank you. Right. Take this over here. My feet are so soaked. Like I had to walk all the way in the backyard because I get the birds tonight. And then I had to, you know, do everything else. Like later. And I'm wearing these like not waterproof sneakers that match my only backyard shoes I've got right now. Got to invest in some rain boots, but or some waterproof boots, but just haven't had them, you know. I don't know. I suck at spending money on myself. So it's something that tends to not happen because I just don't do it. Usually what ends up happening is my husband gets wind that I need something or want something, and then he either makes me buy it under threat that he'll just buy it or he'll buy it. Usually how it goes. I'm lucky to have a good husband. We're actually here in 5 days. Will be our 17-year anniversary. How crazy is that, huh? 17-year anniversary in 5 days. And we're still happy. We have a good marriage. Actually, not faking it. This is actually not a, you know, social media relationship, whatever those things are called. Two amazing children. We're very, very lucky to have absolutely great kids. They're beautiful animals. That's something I've been thinking about lately a lot. When you got anniversaries coming up, you tend to, think about some of the things about your life. You think about, wow, this much time has passed, and this is where I'm at in life. And, are there things that should be different? Yes. It would be nice if we already owned land, if we already owned our own place and things like that. This would be amazing. One of the dreams that we've yet to succeed at, but we're working on it. The things that are important, like our little family, happiness within marriage, relationship with our kids, things like that are things where I have no complaints. And I'd say that's a much better accomplishment than the material stuff. No? At least that's how I see it. I don't know. Other people might disagree with me on that. Sorry, I'll get to watch all this water stuff. But this is what life with birds looks like, guys. If it's just raw, the kind of things you put up with when you own backyard birds, you know? It's not all cute videos and cute little TikToks and your whole life is just filled with 5 minutes of adorable all the time. Don't get me wrong, it is a lot. At least for me it is. But there's also a lot of work we have to do. A lot of work. And it's not all just fun and games. Now, I enjoy this kind of work. So to me, it's not a negative. But to many people, this wouldn't be so great. Hi, beepies. Uh. All right, guys. I gotta carry this thing in the coop. Just 1 second here. Sorry, y'all can't see shit. Apologize. Go. Gotta take this and put this over here with squirt. Perfect. Then this one go right here. No, wait, upside. This way. There we go. Like that. And then this is why we call it sports water. Because we usually put it somewhere where Sport can easily reach it from her most convenient hiding spot. So that if she needs to get to it, she can. Hey, Rosemary. What's going on, girlie? You guys comfy? Huh? Where's Teriyaki? There he is. Teriyaki, you can't sit down there if the geese are going to be coming in here. They're going to beat you up. Turn this one. Okay. Come on, Pippa. Pippa, you coming? Come on. Get your num nums. Come on. Get your num nums. Come on, Pippa. Come on, Pippa. Come on, babies. Dump some of this water. Come on, babies. Get your stuff in here. See, water runs right into the coop. This is water I like to give them stuff to stand wooden piano and stuff like that. Babies, come get your nums. Here's a num nums. And I know. My babies. Num 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 num. Are you coming? Come get your num nums, Pibert. Come on, Pibert. Come on. Come on, Pibert. Get your num nums. The ladies are all looking like hell because they're molting. Alright, guys, the rest is for the roosters. Babies! Bye, Bart. Pretty bird. Pretty bird, come get your num nums. Are you coming? Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Bye, bird. Come get your num nums, Bye, bird. Pretty bird. Come on. Pretty bird, are you coming? Come on, baby. Layla. Come on, Layla. Come on, Layla. Come on. Come on, babies. Come on, babies. Come on, babies. Come on, babies. You dino. Num nums. Come on, babies. Pretty come get your num nums. Pretty are you coming? Come on, Pretty Come on, Pretty Come on. Come on, Layla. Come on, Layla. Come on, Pretty Come on, babies. Come on, everybody. Let's go. Come on. Come on, babies. Come on. Come on. Come get your num nums. Good job, Pipper. Num nums. Yay, num nums. Come on, Pipper. Come on, pretty. Pipper, come on. Come on, babies. Don't do it. Nope. Nope. Let's go. Night time. Let's go. Night time. Pipper, night time. Let's go, Pipper. Night time. Let's go. Night time. Come on, pretty bird. Come on. Come on, babies. Have a good night. Layla, food is in there. Food's in there. Come on. Come on, Dino. Yeah, Dino. Good job, Dino. Mama worked hard to get it ready for you guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Nope. Dino, get back inside. Inside. Nope. Back inside. Back inside. Go. Go. Inside. Christ's sakes, Dino. Come on, girls. Let's go. Come on. Charlie and Blue, let's go. Charlie, Blue, and Squirt, let's go. Night, girls. No, honey, let's go. Night. Excuse me. Get out of the way. Go on inside, Peach. Sweetheart. Come on, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Yes, Charlie. This way. Come on. Around this way. Go on.
You got it, girl. Let's go. There she is. There she is. There you go, girls. You got each other back. Thank you. All right, now the rest of you little boogers. Boogers? Let's not, please. Not tonight. Come on. Mommy's tired. I did a lot of work for you guys. Let's go night-night. Come on. Let's go night-night, babies. Come on. Let's go night-night. Night-night time. Let's go night-night. Thank you. Let's not all walk in 17 different directions. Thank you. Let's go night-night. Thank you, babies. Let's go. Let's go night-night. Let's go night-night. Night-night. Let's go night-night. Let's go. I know. Night-night time. Come on. No, we're not going. Let's go. Come on. That way. Everybody needs to go night-night. Come on. I don't care if you guys don't wanna. I don't care if this is not your favorite one. It's night-night time. Come on, Dino. There you go, Squirt. Squirt figured out where his little house is. That's all I needed to make sure of. And now I can close up shop. Hey, Spider-Man. What's up? Alright. Hey, buddy. Why are you out in the rain, Simba? You're such a bastard. You know that? You're such a bastard. Guys, don't let me forget the eggs, please. It's all flooding now because the water's been on over here. All right, let's see. Now that the birds are in bed, I'm gonna go ahead and log off here. The birds are in bed now. Figure nothing else is gonna be of interest to you guys. So, well, it's not like me doing the water was of interest to you guys, really, most likely. But you know, it's part of the game. Before I can get the birds away, I gotta take care of all the water. No, that's the only problem. So, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up. Thanks anybody who's been watching tonight, whether you watched a little or a lot. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Bye.